So I've been sick for about 2 weeks now, 2 weeks today, and I haven't made any content. And yeah, I have been sick. I still have phlegm in my throat, and it's very frustrating. But whatever that being said, I have now seen the Super Mario Galaxy movie, not once, but twice. I don't think I'm going to go see it again in the theater. I think I'm satisfied until the Blu-ray. It gives me something to look forward to in the future. But I had to see it at least. So I know some people don't like it. I can kind of see why. But this movie's not made for critics. And I wanted to talk about it in a video a little bit because this movie, I mean, it's made for Nintendo fans. If you're a big Nintendo fan, I think you're gonna really love it if you haven't already seen it. And you probably have by now, most part, because it is Sunday. Also, happy Easter. I don't know if it's loaded today, maybe. But this movie, it did a lot of really cool things, but plot-wise, wasn't a whole lot there. I have a couple little gripes. Not going to get into spoiler territory, but I do wish there was a little more with Rosalina, since heavily advertised because it's a Mario Galaxy movie. But there's a good reason why she wasn't do with what they did with the story. They changed a little bit of like lore in a way that was kind of cool. I like what they did there. Now, there is one thing I'm going to go into, very minor spoiler at this point because Nintendo had revealed it before the movie came out, so I'm going to mention Star Fox. And that was awesome. I gotta say, everything with Star Fox was really, really, my eyes, he was probably my favorite character. But that being said, I'm gonna take it back a little bit here. Say that it's not necessarily like a great film or anything. Oh, Oscar worthy film or anything. Would I say the first one's like pacing is a little bit better and not quite as much all over the place? Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, this movie has like 3 different plot lines going on all at the same kind of time that all merge together in the end. But it's a Mario Galaxy movie, so like there's a lot of different things going on, lots of different Easter eggs, lots of different characters all around in the movie, from different games throughout the franchise, and it's very fun. I mean, I think the first one overall is probably a better made film. But if you're a Nintendo fan, if you love Mario, if you love the world of Mario, I think you'd really like the movie. And I can see, after watching it twice, I understand why critics said the movie sucked. I can even understand why someone might not have really enjoyed it. I mean, I think the first one overall is probably, it might be a little more enjoyable, but I like them both about equal. Both are pretty good in my eyes, and both do have some pretty good rewatchability. I really love what they did with Peach. Just like the first movie, she's a strong, fun female character and not the damsel in distress type of deal. And I love what they're doing with that. I think it's fantastic what they've done with Peach's story. But I'm looking forward to what they do next. I think the storyline with Bowser and his stuff, it worked for what it was. Don't go in to a Nintendo-made movie looking for like a crazy in-depth storyline. At least Mario, I mean, the original games, like what was so appealing to them is that they were fun. You jump on Koopas, you jump on, grab mushroom. There'd be different power-ups, and you just want to go to the end goal from one side to the next. And Bowser at the game. It was a very basic concept. And in my eyes, Mario movies are not something where you are really looking for super in-depth story. Now, that is going to make me think about Legend of Zelda movie that they are making, because I think Zelda has a lot more does, and I don't know what they're going to do with the movie. But Zelda has a lot of lore, a lot of different timelines, a lot of different characters, and characters that people really love and care about as well. and I'm curious to know what Nintendo, like how that movie, because the Mario movies are very um like love and hated. You know, they're loved by us Nintendo fans and Mario fans. Like Mario Galaxy is gonna make $1 billion just like the first one. I have no doubt. But Zelda, on the other hand, first of all, it's gonna be live action, and secondly, the games, some of them are very dark, and there's a lot of characters. And by that, yes, there's a lot of Mario characters too, but there's a lot of deeper story connections, deeper storylines and stuff. For especially when it comes to saving the world and stuff. So I don't know what they're gonna do there, but all in all, I think the Mario Galaxy movie, everybody has to see it at least once. You know, and if you don't like it, that's fine. You can at least maybe see the appeal. Or maybe you're like, it was okay, but I don't really need to watch it again. I'll just rewatch the first one, because the first one is overall a better film, I would say. But if you're a big Nintendo, big Mario fan or whatever, you're going to like both of them. Probably about the same, maybe. Some of you might like Galaxy more than the first one. Heck if I know. For me personally, I think the first one's probably slightly better, but I think I like them both about equal. But I can see, I kind of, after watching it twice, understand, like, this movie's not made for critics. It's not made for people who are looking for a insanely good film. Miyamoto, like they made this movie they made it for Nintendo fans. You know, they're making these movies for Nintendo fans to go have fun. It's like the Minions, you know? They got like 3 Despicable Me movies, Minions 3 coming out. So it's like, it's not that they're good movies. They're just fun for kids and fun for people who really, really like Nintendo. You're just like a little bit of a Nintendo fan or something, not big on Nintendo these days. You know, you might not get all the references. You might not like everything about the movie, or you might not like the movie. But if you're a big Nintendo fan like myself, who has been playing every single Mario game they come out with, other than some of the sports ones, whatever, that's a whole different discussion. And like all the mainline Mario games and stuff, and the big ones, and Mario Karts and all that, like there's all them references. You can see the little references here, and I think, like, yeah, there's just Easter egg filled movie, little bit of story, but I think for me, that's kind of just the charming part about it. The adventure of, like, how they're going to beat the bad guys in the end to save this person or whatever. Like, what they do in particular with story without spoiling anything. Obviously, Bowser Jr. is, like, a big part of it. So, but I'm looking forward to what they do with the third one because of reasons. And I have an idea on some of the things they might do, and I know some people that might be really extremely happy about what they're probably going to do with the third film, which is rumored to come out in 2029. Sorry, I don't think we're getting Luigi's Mansion until after Mario 3. Outside of that, we'll probably... I have a feeling we might get either... I have a feeling we're going to get the Donkey Kong spin-off movie before Mario 3, but I could be wrong, and we're not getting any of the spin-off films till after Mario 3. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. I think that it's a really good movie. I think it's fun. I think you should go see it at least once if you haven't already, just to get your own opinions on it. Some people might not care for it. Some people might love it. I really like it. I wouldn't say I love it, but I do really like it. So I'm going to be getting the Blu-ray when it comes out for sure. I'm going to enjoy watching it in the future. Of course, absolutely. I love the universe that they are building, and I'm excited for more in the future. Bring on the NCU with an N for Nintendo. Cinematic Universe. Like, let's go. There are a couple little Smash references, I would say, in there, too. There's definitely a couple nods, for sure. I don't know if they'll ever do Smash. If they do, it'd be like 10 years from now, and that's totally fine. No, take their time with it. If they ever decided to actually go that route, which is not impossible, I will say that is not impossible. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys all later.